Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time zone you might be in. I am TrainerAnade. I will be your host here for the first couple of runs we have today. We are, of course, in No Glitches Allowed 10, a charity event dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This includes no major glitches, glitchless, and any other run that doesn't have significant tricks or skips. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord. You can do !Discord in chat, and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. Our first run for today is going to be Disneyland Adventures. We have a co-op Blackout bingo, which I don't know about you, but I am really interested to see how this goes. I always love watching bingo, even when I don't know the run. And then this is a Disneyland Adventures. Like, how much more fun could it get, right? And then, if that's not fun enough, we also have that Disneyland Adventures sing-along bid war that's happening. And I have been told that the bid war can stay open until the run is done. So we actually have a little less than 3 hours to change just which song is going to get sung. So that sing-along bid war is going to be for our runners. So the runners are going to sing either Part of Your World, I'll Make a Man Out of You, or Proud of Your Boy. And right now, I'll Make a Man Out of You is winning at $50.94. Part of Your World is following up at $25, and Proud of Your Boy is at $1.31. So, we have, 2 hours, 45 minutes-ish to raise more money and possibly change that, or maybe you really want to double down on I'll Make a Man Out of You and make sure it wins so we can hear that sung. I'm excited. I'm very curious about this sing-along. So another important thing is whenever you donate, you not only get to put in for a bid war, so that poll, which is that, sing-along bid war, or you could also put it in towards the food icon for Streets of Rage 4. But you also get to put in for another incentive where right now, Bram Stoker's Dracula is going to be coming up, later today in a few hours. And we're only $10 away from upgrading that to the hard difficulty. So, I've heard that that's a hard enough game already. If we want to make it even harder for a runner and upgrade it, we're only $10 away from that. But whatever you do, even $1 or $2, you can do that ! Donate in chat, and then make sure you put the money in towards the incentives and the bid wars. All right, and we are ready to start day 3. Our first run is Disneyland Adventures Co-op Blackout Bingo by Stevetvonline and Echo Tree. Go ahead, take it away.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Disneyland Adventures. Now I know what you're thinking, how is a walking simulator a speedrun? And we've actually worked pretty hard to actually make this possible, because we've actually made all the goals for ourselves. And I am joined here with Echo Tree. And we are going to be going through this as quick as possible. We're going to split up some objectives that we need to do to go through this game. And we'll kind of explain them when we get into the game. So I am going to get to the new game, and I hope, Echo, are you ready to start, Echo? Alright, 1 second here. I thought I was ready. Alright, so, without further ado, the timing will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so once we got that, we are now both going to reveal our secret here, or our bingo card. Does this look like an okay, not for you. Oh, really? You think for you too? Okay. Alright. So, the first thing to kind of explain is I'm actually going to be doing most of the ride sections of this, while Echo is going to be taking a lot of the like missions and stuff throughout the park.
Is 2, but I will have to reach level 12, which will require me to basically do missions the entire run to get experience.
Yeah, and it looks like I do have to do some photographs, maybe one photograph. No, yeah, maybe one photograph. So I will have to get myself the photo or the camera magic item, and we're both going to be doing that right here at the very beginning.
Yeah, so for the first maybe 5 minutes, we'll be doing the same thing. This is basically a tutorial mission on Main Street. But after that, we'll be doing completely different things throughout the entire run.
You could ask Donald to sign this book for me.
Yeah, so this isn't the only category for this game. There's actually another category, which is the main category, which is all autographs, and that is to get the autograph for every single character inside of the game, which Echo just happens to have the world record for at the moment.
Yeah, so we have a Discord and a little bit of a speedrunning community for this game. As fun as it is. This is basically a game that is a replica of the Disneyland park in Anaheim, California. It was made in 2011, so it is slightly outdated with today's Disneyland, but it gives a good look into the Disney of the past. There's a couple places in the park that I'll point out when I get there that no longer exist today, so it's pretty cool to see old places.
Alright, so something fun that I didn't realize until just now. We've never gotten it before, but we had it written down. We have to talk to 5 park guides, and these park guides actually give you a little bit of stuff about the park, and all of them just happen to be named Karen. I don't know why they hired everybody and hired anybody ever named Karen.
And was lowered for a second time in 1983.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun goal to do. This is, Blackout bingo, so we will be doing every goal as quickly as we can. Oh, and I just realized Hug Donald Duck is one of our goals. That'll be probably the first one we complete here.
Oh, I already passed by Donald. I can get him on the way back.
Okay.
Got Donald's autograph.
Yeah, so this is just the tutorial mission. We're talking to Donald and then Goofy and getting their autographs.
There's talk to dance with Donald and hug Donald, so I can just pass by him and get it again.
Do you think you could bring the book?
Oh wow, yeah, that's 2 easy goals right off the bat. The rest will probably not be that easy.
No. And for me, it looks like 3 pin badges for attractions. Okay, that won't be that difficult because I just have to go through all the chapters of Pirates. So.
Yeah, so we tried to make the bingo card as varied as possible to really showcase all the different aspects of this game. So we have a lot of fun ones like dancing and hugging different characters. We have a couple of missions. Those are the ones that say like complete election photos or complete a message for Jumba. There's also reach different levels, and then we have different pin badges for attractions, and those will be the ones that Steve will mostly be doing.
Donald signed that for me.
It looks like, I mean, there's 3 missions on here, and I might as well do them, but the hardest one, I still might have to have you do well, no, you won't be able to do fireworks, because it will take up a little bit too much time, but I'll try it. The fireworks spectacular is one of my worst missions. I can never get all 10 secrets right away, so...
This map will help us find character.
Well, if needed, I can help you out on that one.
Okay.
I see
Oh.
that we have played all 4 chapters of Pirates as well. That'll probably be one of the longer ones.
And there's
for you.
also the get the bronze pin on Small World. Everybody gets to suffer with me with that one. So that will get me to both Pirates and the Small World.
If you like, you can
Oh,
practice
no.
taking a picture of me.
So it looks like I'll be completing our first goal here, which is obtain the magic wand right in the center.
How? Can I try
Um,
to
this is an item I got from Cinderella,
learn how to juggle?
and there's a bunch of different magic items around the park. There's like 7 different magic items you get at each level, and the first few are pretty useful. We just got the camera from Mickey Mouse a little bit ago. Steve will be using that to complete different photo passes in the park. But the wand specifically is the most useful one, because if you use it on different items around the park, you get experience. So I will basically be wand spamming throughout the entire run, and I basically just use my wand on anything nearby.
I might need you to do Brer Rabbit's autograph.
Okay.
Because I will
Yeah.
never see him this entire run.
Yeah, Brer Rabbit unlocks at level 6, so since I'm the one that is mostly being focused on leveling, it makes more sense for me to get it.
Why am I drawing a blank? Where is this? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm good, don't worry about it. Wait, the shop person is not here in downtown to start off with? That is very bizarre. Okay. Well, Main Street, the shop keep is not there in Main Street right away.
Did you get the camera already?
Yeah, I got the camera already.
Strange. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That's never happened before.
The only glitches we find in this run are bugs that hurt us.
Alright, I'm gonna go dance and hug Donald Duck.
Alright, perfect.
And I can
Right
talk
now
to
I'm
Kit.
just doing some earlier missions that are pretty simple. I just did one with Cinderella, and now I'm doing one with Ariel. These first few missions are, pretty simple. They take about a minute to complete. But later ones take a lot longer, and you have to go into different rides to finish missions. So we'll have quite a lot of fun doing some missions throughout this.
Alright, so I talked to 2 Karens now. I need to dance with Donald.
Okay, that's just adorable.
It's not the most fun dance though.
No.
Yeah,
but
we
it
will
is
be
cute.
dancing more. Ooh, I see there's a dance with Stitch. That's my
Yep.
favorite.
Yeah,
I'll do that for the mission.
I knew you were gonna get excited about that one. I was surprised you didn't see it earlier. Alright, so
That is one of my favorites, yeah.
I'm trying to hug the Martians. I can also get that one for us. Dance with the Queen of Hearts. I need the Main Street photo pass, but there was nobody to buy anything from, which is very bizarre to me. 10 adventures, 10 pins. Okay, I'll buy some pins then while I'm here, because Toontown has a lot of them, and I can actually buy something from people here. This is over here.
Cinderella says she's got a very
So right now I'm going to Frontierland to start Woody's quest. And so basically throughout this run I will be teleporting around the park and trying to complete as many missions as I can as fast as possible. And a lot of those are in different lands. So for Woody's mission we just need to talk to Jessie in the back of the park and then find some horseshoes to complete her quest.
You're gonna see me going here a lot to see how many pins I have, because one of our goals is to get 40 pins. I have 7 right now. I will collect
so you
more.
can buy pins from the park.
Yeah, I'll end up collecting more once I go through some of the rides. And there's also one for 10 adventures. That's gonna be Echo all the way. She's gonna get that no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm already at like 3, so that'll be pretty easy. So I actually did warp to Fantasyland because it is faster to walk to Jessie from Fantasyland. But while I'm here, I'm just grabbing Aurora's quest, which I will do eventually. You may notice I won't always be following the quest tracker that appears in the top left corner and basically has this little sparkly trail. I won't always be following it exactly. Most of the time I'll be working on multiple missions at once. So don't always pay attention to that little trail. Plus I know a few shortcuts that the trail doesn't pick up, but Jessie is just around here.
So I need the autograph for Snow White as well. I'm gonna get the magic wand and see if the person from downtown is able to just appear.
Yeah, that's really strange. It hasn't.
Use it wisely. It's almost time to go to the ball.
So the reason that I actually I don't do any basically any of the missions inside this park, but I only know specific missions because of the all autographs route, so I know where all of the schools of thread are for this mission right here. I know the mission that Echo is doing right now with Woody and Jessie because of it as well.
Yeah, the all autographs run takes about an hour, and it appears simpler than it actually is, because you may think, oh, you just need to run around the characters, how hard can that be? But some of the characters only spawn in after you complete certain missions, and different missions unlock at different levels. So you actually need to reach about level 6 to get a mission to unlock Brer Rabbit, which is the hardest character to unlock. And I do see that we have a Brer Rabbit autograph.
Yep.
So that's pretty ironic, but I will probably be doing that since I need to reach level 6.
Are you already level 3? Have we unlocked 3 yet?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
about 2.5 right now. But once I finish Jessie's mission, I might be there, so we'll see.
Perhaps we could go to the ball together. Oh, and if you happen to find more thread.
Alright, this should also give me another pin for collecting the wand as well.
Remember, any thread will do. We'll need quite a lot for all the things we've planned.
Alright.
Hello, I'm Cinderella.
Well, I need to buy the autograph book just so I can get the autograph with Snow White. So I was collecting enough coins here, and I'm going to go to the park, the merchandise store here, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Sorry, I don't go to Disneyland, so I don't know.
You're a fine photographer, so you should have a fine photo album.
Autograph, and I have to buy. Oh, I need 20,000. I have 16,000. Okay. Snow White, I'll be there in a second, I promise.
There's one. Told you we'd find him.
Of course, this is my real hair.
So right now I'm just running around, and each one of these coins actually have different value, monetary value. The bronze are 10, the silver are 100, and the gold are 1,000. So I want to hope for a bunch of yellow or some gold to show up for me.
Jiminy Cricket, another one. Let's find the rest.
What was that? It looks like it's black on the screen.
Gee, I hope you're having fun. Gee, I hope you're having fun. Mr. Honest John says I'm going straight to the top.
That is up to tech.
Before dark. You're very talented.
What did Donald say?
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm so
Alright,
glad
so
you
I'm
came
gonna
back
buy
to
the
this
autograph
year.
book.
Since you like photography, you should look at our photo albums.
Echo we'll be able to see Echoes here in just a minute once it.
Back
I
now?
must
Okay.
say, you've got wonderful
I will
taste.
still continue with
Perfect.
mine. Oh, you're
Thanks.
back. You're good. Alright, so now I have the autograph book for Snow White. And I'm just gonna run over to Snow White really quickly, and I am going to
Hello, young man.
get her
My name's
autograph.
Snow White. How do you do?
Alright.
My signature. Oh, how sweet. Here you are.
Get Snow White's autograph. There we go. And then, what do I want to do
I hope
next?
to see you soon.
Oh, I better go see if the
So nice to see
the
you.
place where I can buy stuff is here yet.
Aw, shucks. You know Mickey will give you an autograph.
Am I not in the right spot for the buy? It wouldn't shock me if I wasn't in the right spot.
Shall we find somewhere we can grab a burger? That's too cool.
Alright, so I just collected Aurora's baking utensils, and now I'm turning them into her.
Cinderella.
I grabbed a mission from Mickey on the way. Alright, so now while we wait for Aurora to bake the cake, we have to do a mission for Mickey, which requires me to go talk to Goofy down on Main Street.
So, I realized why the person wasn't there. I was on the complete opposite side of Main Street.
Yeah, it's right by the
Yeah, no,
flagpole.
Yeah, I know where it's at. I was like, why do I not see the fireworks either? Come to find out I was on the complete opposite side of where I needed to be. I need 15,000 again. Alright. We figured it out.
It's okay, we all make mistakes.
I'm gonna travel back to Fantasyland so I can dance with the Queen of Hearts. I was just very confused as to why I could not. Well, that was weird. So if you want to play this game, which is like $5 at all times, or if you have Game Pass on either PC or Xbox, it's free on there. But if you ever want to play this game, we also have one of our shortest categories, which is Peter Pan %. And all you have to do in Peter Pan % is start the game and go talk to Peter Pan.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to begin the speedrunning, it's a 40-second category, and all you need to do is start the game and talk to Peter Pan, so very competitive.
Welcome, little boy. I am Her Majesty.
And right now I'm heading into Matterhorn, which I guess will be the first ride of the park. So all the rides are sort of mini games, and right now I'm skiing down a mountain with Goofy here. And I'm on this ride because we need to find Donald's hat. He lost it on the Matterhorn, and so we need to try to collect it as we're skiing down.
Dance with the Queen of Hearts. Alright, and unfortunately, you get in it. She gets an exciting ride. I'm right here, so unfortunately. Oh wait, here's Karen here as well. So this is gonna be number 3, Karen.
Hello again.
Everybody say hi to Karen
The
again.
Matterhorn was the very first thrill ride in Disneyland. Goodbye.
Whoa, great fact. Thanks for that. Matterhorn was the first thrill ride
Hey, Woody.
in the park. Is all she told me.
Yeah, the park guides are kind of useless, but they give you some fun facts.
Yeah, you get Matterhorn, and unfortunately, everybody's gonna have to suffer with me for Small World.
Well, I'm still on Matterhorn right now, trying to dodge some Yetis throwing snowballs at me.
Oh, I just realized that it's get 3 gold pin badges from attractions. I will not be able to get... Well, I will be getting gold pin on this one. So, it is, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going into Small World, and we have to dance with a bunch of different kids in different worlds. If we specifically get a platinum pin in here for the sole purpose of if we wanted to get the platinum pin in here, we would have to go into it multiple times and hope for good RNG to get to random kids in here to dance with, because we won't run into all the kids for all the secrets in this section.
And tranquil continent of Asia.
Yeah, so we decided to spare that on the bingo card. Otherwise it would take an hour just on that goal, but instead we just have to play through it once.
Hi, kids. Okay, first off, we get to do some of this dancing. And if you find this this dancing exciting, be ready, because we're going to be doing it 4 other times.
I am coming up on the end of Matterhorn here. You may have noticed I've collected a couple secrets as I go through the ride. Each of the rides has a certain number of chapters and secrets that you can get, which get you experience and help towards progress of the different pins that we've been talking about. I'm probably only going to get 2, just because I don't need to get all the secrets. They require you to play through the ride multiple times. So, since I'm just focusing on the missions, I'm only playing through it once. But we got Donald's hat, and now we'll be heading back to him in Toontown.
Alright. One more time with this dance, and like I said, we had to do the dance 4 times, plus we have to go to like 3 other sets of kids and then dance with all of them. So yeah, this is the whole of this ride.
So right now I'm in Toontown, which was actually just recently redone in the real-life Disneyland park. So this version of Toontown that you're seeing right now no longer exists. So the only place you can find it is in this game, the old version of Toontown. And right now I'm doing a mission which follows sort of the main storyline of the game. There is no definite end to this game, but I would argue that the most central adventures regard around Mickey and Donald, and they are fighting for who can be mayor of Toontown. So there's a whole quest line which requires you to help them in the election, and I will actually be doing part of that mission because one of the goals is to complete election photos. So we will get to see a little bit of the main story here.
We don't get that one a lot. This bingo card is like kind of unique because there's some missions on here that we just don't get a lot. Like the Karen one is the first time that we've actually gotten it.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun missions here. I did realize I did reach level 3 and never marked that off. So that is another goal completed.
Oh, and also going through this ride, it will, I'm getting a lot of coins through this. Well, this ride doesn't give you a ton of coins, but going through a lot of the rides will give me a bunch of coins, as well as doing missions, but since I won't be doing missions, I'll just get most of my money from the rides.
Yeah, you get a lot of coins very quickly in this game, because you'd normally be buying a lot of stuff. You get coins from picking them up around the park, doing rides, and also completing missions gets you coins. And now that I finished the mission in Toontown, I'm heading back to Fantasyland, and we're gonna talk to Aurora. she used our baking utensils from earlier and messed up the cake. So now we need to find more utensils, and hopefully she can redo it this time.
So I was just thinking about this. I might get the photograph Tigger, so I can get the Karen that's there, and I might also hug the Martian, so I can get the Karen there. So.
Okay. Tigger unlocks after you do the quest.
Oh, then never mind. You're gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh, I have to go to New Orleans Square anyway, so I'll get the one in there, and then I'll get the Martians in Tomorrowland.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
I was just trying to figure out what Karens I needed, so.
There's also one, like, right at Critter Country. That's pretty easy.
Oh, that's true, yeah. This is one of the rare ones. I don't usually dance this one.
Do we have any goals that require hidden Mickeys?
No, unfortunately not. Not this time around.
That is one of my favorite parts of this game, is as you're walking through, there's all these little Mickey symbols all around the park. And you normally have to take pictures with them with your camera. But it seems like we didn't get any goals for that. But see if you can spot any hidden Mickeys as I'm running around here.
Some are very obvious, some are actually pretty well hidden. When I was trying to learn all of them, I took a long time to actually try and find some of them.
Yeah, like this one here is pretty obvious on the ground. But yeah, a lot of them are very well hidden.
There's one, a very well hidden one inside of Frontierland. It's on the ground, like very small, sitting on the ground, on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I'll try to point out as many as I see as I'm walking around here. But right now I'm in Tomorrowland, and I'm talking to Buzz Lightyear, who's gonna give us our third magic item, which is the blaster. And this is probably one of the longest dialogues in the game. So I'll be talking to him for like a minute here, and then doing some poses with him.
In that time, you actually, if you want to, might be able to do some donation reading or anything else.
That was great.
Perfect. I was actually gonna say, like, is this a good time then? Perfect. Well, I want to remind everyone, I know this is just the start of day 3 for No Glitches Allowed 10. We are raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And if you want to type that !donate in chat, you can follow that Tiltify link, and then you can put your money towards the many incentives we have open. We currently have incentives for bonus banishment ritual level in Forewarned, upgrading Bram Stoker's Dracula to the hard difficulty. We also have, importantly, the Bid Wars. After this run is done, after Disneyland Adventures, we're gonna have a Disney sing-along. Currently, I'll Make a Man Out of You is winning that bid war, but Part of Your World and Proud of Your Boy are also in that bid war. So if you want to donate, you can put it towards both and one of those target incentives and that bid war. And, maybe you double down on I'll Make a Man Out of You, or maybe you want to change it up to a different song. But you can do that !donate in chat.
Yeah, I will be singing afterwards. If you want to hear Little Mermaid, go for it. Proud of Your Boy is part of Aladdin on Broadway. I really like that song. And I would also strongly suggest the Forewarned one. That Forewarned game is amazing, and seeing any more of that is well worth it.
Explore some more. There's a whole world out there.
Alright, so I just finished talking to Buzz here, and part of the fun missions in this game. Some of them require you to buy outfits from the shop. So I will be in this little Space Ranger outfit for a little bit in the run here, which is pretty cool. And now we're talking to Stitch to start his mission. And his missions are a prerequisite for the Message for Jumba goal that is in column 4. So we will need to do Stitch's missions as well. His first mission requires us to find some burgers for him, which are these things around the park. They're pretty big, they're almost the size of our head. But Stitch is really hungry, and so he wants 5 of them.
And then dance with Stitch, if you can.
Yes, that is something I will be doing a little bit later.
Oh, that's right, you do dance with
It's actually
them,
one of the missions. Yeah. One of the missions requires you to dance with Stitch anyway, so I'll save a little bit of time and do it later.
Oh, here's a Karen. Hi, Karen. Okay, Karen number 4. Everybody say hi to Karen 4.
You might not know. The porch on Main Street is one of my favorite resting places. There used to be a store that sold intimate apparel behind the porch, and men would wait on the porch while their wives shopped in the store. It was a pleasure to visit with you.
I think this game was made before Karen became known for something, but...
Well, hi there. I'm Tiana. It sure is a pleasure.
Alright, so right now I'm actually getting to this mission before Echo does, but Tiana needs help with gumbo, and somehow she managed to lose the gumbo ingredients on the ground. But you'll see why it's kind of shocking that she lost it. For one of her gumbo ingredients are right behind me, right when you start, so she could see it in her way. Plus, the ingredients are like size of my head, or bigger. So somehow
like the size of your whole body, yeah.
Yeah. So somehow she managed to lose all of those ingredients, and we don't understand how. Yeah, this is actually part. This mission is actually part of the all autographs route. Okay, we got Karen 5.
Woo! That's another goal.
But Max, Buff, and Melvin are still hanging around at Disneyland. These lovable
some of the collectible items are ridiculously oversized, which is kind of funny.
I just wanted to share in chat, someone shared Jumbo Gumbo.
Alright, unfortunately we will not be talking to any more Karens in the park.
Goodbye, Karens.
Aw, this is one of my favorite cutscenes. I was passing by the Martians, so I decided to give them a hug.
Oh, you did give them a hug? Okay, cool.
Yeah. They're like little squeaky toys.
Oh, I've never seen that one. I was looking at the stream. I've never seen that hug
I know,
before.
it's adorable. I've never seen that either.
These are perfect. You found everything.
We have this completely randomized, so every character has an equal chance of getting a hug or a dance, but yeah, it just so happens we never got that before.
And unfortunately, I might still do it later on if I have time, but my favorite one happens to be Pluto's autograph. We didn't get that one, unfortunately, but I might just show it off because this is raising money for the doggos, and what's better than one of the well-known doggos?
Oh, most definitely.
Alright.
I will be doing a mission later on with Pluto, actually, so stay tuned for that.
Alright, so, I'm going to point out, this is Black Barty. He's one of my favorite characters in the entire game. For some reason, they couldn't get the rights to Jack Sparrow for this game, so instead they gave us Black Barty, who is the, representative of Pirates of the Caribbean ride. So, this is who we get instead of Jack Sparrow.
Till later then. These tired bones ain't
so he really wants some chicory coffee, so we have to go buy some coffee for him. And the reason I'm doing some of the missions in here is because I'm probably going to be the one that ends up doing the 25% in New Orleans Square. As long as it's 50, we're fine. We're not going to freak out any. But doing all these missions and then jumping on, I had to do all 4 of the chapters in Pirates of the Caribbean anyway. So
Welcome to
it's better for me to just go in here and do that.
in stock.
So while I'm
take
here,
your
I'll just
time.
buy all of the. Well, I can't buy all the pins. I better save some
As many as
money.
you can. Yeah.
Well, no, because I have to go through pirates, and there's a lot in pirates. So I'm just gonna buy all the pins that I can, which is all of those there. And then I have to go back through pirates because I still have to get the Photo Pass album in Main Street. Okay.
And I just found a picture for Stitch. After he was hungry, he was missing his family, so we had to find a picture of Lilo for him. But now he wants to celebrate and dance. But before we do that, we gotta dress up. And this will be the second costume that we'll be getting. We have to go to Adventureland first and grab a lei, and then we're gonna be buying a hula skirt from the shop. So here's the lei right in the tiki room. We can use our wand to get it.
Do you know if you've completed 10 adventures yet?
That looks refreshing indeed.
I'd say I'm probably at like 8, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
They were out of date, to be sure, but you might help figure out me true coordinates.
And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to take a picture in front of Tomorrowland, which is required for Buzz's mission.
I really honestly don't know how she does it. I would be so lost. I would be so lost.
I'm already not using the quest tracker, so...
Yeah, if we have this thing, since I do all the rides and I know where all the secrets are, and she knows where all the missions are. We said one day we want to switch roles, and I would take all the missions and she would do all the rides, just to see how long of a time that would take us.
Yeah, we've definitely specialized. We've run this enough. Steve is amazing at getting all the secrets and everything from the rides, and I'm pretty good at leveling up as fast as possible.
Let's just say when we first, when both of us separately first played through Splash Mountain, it took us 3 hours, about 3 hours, like separately, to get all of the secrets. I can now go through both of them, and in the shortest amount of time possible, I can get I can get every single secret in the 2 go-throughs that you need to do in order to get it.
Like 10 minutes or something, so...
the other longest ride, which happens to be Finding Nemo, I can one-cycle that one as well.
Yeah, this may appear to be a kid's game, but it actually has some pretty difficult rides and secrets that you need to do.
Yeah, I wanna give a shout out to, there was somebody in our community that, as of last week, I believe, just did a 100% run. That's literally everything. Like, I don't even think, you don't have a completed file, do you, Echo?
No, So, part of this game to get 100%, all the little wand items that I've been doing, you may have noticed it pops up like 5 out of 10 parasols or umbrellas. And there is so many of those little things around the park that it takes ridiculously long to get them all.
Yeah, and that person happened to do a 100% run in 21 hours.
I'd like to be certain.
Yeah, I never thought it was possible under 24, but I was proven wrong. So.
And I kept on claiming that I wanted to do that, but I didn't think that somebody would beat it under 24 hours that fast. I thought I would be able to do it with the rides, and then just follow like the trackers to get the missions. But now I have an incentive to actually try and beat that 21 hours. I will do it in the future.
Yeah, so soon though, might be 100% category added to the speedrun.com leaderboard. Stay tuned for that.
Alright, so that mission that I just did for Barty, he was trying to find the anchor. He didn't know where the anchor was, even though it was within eyesight of him. And we had to use the magic wands to lift up the anchor and get the secret that was hidden underneath.
And I've been doing some missions in Tomorrowland I'm switching back and forth between Stitch's and Buzz's mission, depending on whatever's more convenient to where I'm at. So for Buzz's mission, we need to shoot down these little Zerg cameras and collect some batteries. So here's our third and final one, and then we'll talk to him.
Oh wow, 26,000? How did I get that? Alright, so while I'm here, I'm also going to talk to Tiana, because one of Tiana's missions is she needs the fireflies inside of the bayou, and the first mission of Pirates of the Caribbean is the bayou, so we can go into there and get us her mission complete right there.
And now that I've done with Buzz's quest, I'm warping over to Adventureland. The Tiki Room is one of the photos we need for Stitch. His photos are required all around the park, so we'll be grabbing those as we're doing other missions. But here's the second one. And now we'll be talking to Aladdin and doing a mission for him to get Genie to come back. He has left the park, and so we need to do some magic to impress him.
To your story. Be bold, and you'll be bound for glory.
That is an actual fortune teller machine in the park.
Is it located in the same part? The same part as where...
Slightly. It's inside one of the shops instead of in the walkway, but it doesn't really speak to you like that. It kind of just gives you a generic fortune.
Right. Yeah, like, all these characters being in here and things talking to you, talking animals, is not the most unrealistic thing about Disneyland, as Echo likes to point out.
Yeah, not to mention all the coins floating around on the ground.
The most unrealistic thing is how little people there are inside of the park.
Oh, absolutely. None of the rides have any lines at all. You can just walk on them. And just walking around the crowds, there's very, very few people in the park.
Okay, let me look and see. So I have 3 adventures completed total right now. And
I will check my pins and see how many I'm at. Okay, I'm at 9 right now.
Okay, so I have 15 pins right now, which is fine. And let me see the progress inside of New Orleans. Oh boy, 6%.
Pirates will raise you quite a lot, though.
Oh yeah,
once you do that.
Absolutely will. So now now that I have this, in this mission I'm gonna head into here, and we are going to go on Pirates of the Caribbean, everybody's favorite ride. Even though I don't have to, I'm going to be going for it. I am going to be going for the gold pin badge, which luckily I don't have to collect all the secrets for. I just have to get 5 stars in each one of these missions, which isn't very difficult. But just for a little bit of fun here, I'm actually getting the platinum pin will actually help us get closer to that 25% that we need. So I'm actually going to be going for the platinum pin here. So one of the first pins that we have to do here is there's going to be alligators coming by. We have to hit 15 alligators. Sorry about that, but they're actually attacking us first. So they're actually mean alligators. I know we're raising
It's okay,
money.
we're just giving them a little boop on the nose.
Oh, that's true, yeah. We're just booping them and then they leave. We're fine.
Smash the barrels open, matey.
And while you're doing that, I'm doing some stretches with Pooh Bear.
Oh, yay. This is my favorite story because of the mission here. Go ahead and explain the mission.
Yeah, so, Pooh just woke up in the morning, much like I did an hour ago. But we are doing some stretches with him to help him with his appetite, and now he's looking for some honey. He's lost his honey around the park, and so he's asking us to go ask Piglet if he knows where it is. And first of all, Piglet is literally 5 feet away from him. They can probably hear each other. But we're gonna talk to Piglet, and Piglet's advice is to ask Pooh where his honey is. It's a very strange mission. So now after talking to Piglet, we go back to Pooh Bear, and he suddenly remembers where the honey is. So now we have to gather the honey up around the park. It's a very strange mission. Most of them make more sense than this, but... And Piglet's just staring at us in the background.
They say it don't grow on trees, but I spy something shiny.
Alright, here's one of our big alligator friends. Here's a small one, and then I got... Oh.
That one's lucky he ain't winding up as a
Come on.
handbag.
Come on, big alligator. There we go.
He'll be waking up
Oops,
with
I'm
a
gonna hit
headache, I
this. That's fine.
suspect.
Luckily, if you hit stuff, you don't lose coins or anything. Which is a good thing, because I've run into like 7 of them already. Like I said, I don't really need to be doing all of these, but it gets us the platinum pin, which will help in the long run.
He'll be waking up with a headache, I suspect.
Oh man. Okay, I need one more alligator. Okay, thank you, alligator. Alright, so that's one of the hidden secrets, is going right there. I think I went the wrong way to get the other hidden secret, which is perfectly fine. I'm not going to go back through here just for that one secret.
Yeah, you only really need the gold, so it's okay. And I just found all 5 honey pots, so now I'm going back to Pooh Bear to turn these in. And Piglet will actually... Tigger will spawn after we talk to Pooh Bear, so I will take a photo with him. Yeah.
So, while she's casually just doing that with Pooh and Tigger, I'm getting abandoned by Black Barty, who abandons me on a waterfall. Luckily I survive, and he says, oh, he survived. Well, now there's treasure chests floating everywhere. Can you go get them while I just stand here safely?
You see, I do believe we
not a very good guardian figure, but literally abandon you after a waterfall, and then he's like, go get this treasure, but not for you, for me.
Look sharp, mate.
I mean, he's a pirate, right? So...
True. I guess they are a bit selfish.
He ain't winding up as a handbag.
If it was Jack Sparrow, he wouldn't have done that for us. He might have, but we never know because he doesn't show up.
So I just finished Pooh's mission, and now I bought the photo album from the park, so now I can take a photo with Tigger.
Careful, those barrels be...
And that's another goal complete. And actually, I didn't realize I got 10 adventures now, so that's another one.
Oh, great. I'm gonna get stuck with a bunch of alligators here. I don't need any more alligators. You guys can leave now. Alright, so we only got two of the hidden secrets in here because I went the wrong path, but that's perfectly fine. Like I said, we don't need it. I was gonna try it for a little bit higher percentage in New Orleans Square, but we're not gonna worry about that. Alright, so now we're going into the second part, which is actually my favorite chapter in this entire thing. So, there's something fun about this. We were talking about glitches and how they harm us instead of helping us. There's a mission where you have to come back in here later for Black Barty to collect something for him. Echo got to that mission at one point to come in here to collect it, and Barty's supposed to be saying is supposed to say a line in order to collect it. He just never said the line, so she was never able to finish the mission. It just soft locked her from getting that mission.
Yeah, I had to replay the ride like 5 times to get it to appear. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time, but...
Well, I mean, I'm not doing that mission, so I don't need to worry about it right now.
Yeah, that's good. I'm in not Critter Country, New Orleans Square. I'm doing the same mission Steve did earlier with the gumbo ingredients, but I'm actually taking a detour here to grab a Cinderella's thread. You may have noticed I've been picking these up along the way. I'm currently at 7. And this is a hidden mission, so this doesn't have a quest tracker at all. And you basically just need to find these around the park. I've memorized where they all are, so I try to pick them all up. And once I get all 10, Cinderella will give me another pin badge, and we'll get some experience from that.
There be dangers ahead.
You heard that correctly.
Oh yeah, I memorized them all.
yeah, you heard that correctly. She memorized where all of those are, and this isn't the only one that you collect. There's like 12. There's literally 12 collection missions in this game, and she's basically memorized where all of them are.
I wouldn't say all of them, but some of the easier ones. You may notice I pick up some like Lays for Stitch or Honey Pots for Pooh Bear around the park. And now I just grabbed the baton from Naveen, which is another magic item. And while I'm here, I danced with him because that was another mission.
Alright.
There we
so
go.
you saw me collect 2 secrets. One was to go on that left path that I did, and the other one is to hit 9 pirates. We have 1 more to collect, and that last one is to not get hit in this section right here. Starting right now, as long as I don't get hit, I will collect one of the other secrets. It's actually very simple to get through here without getting hit. Like, I think I got this casually and not realizing what I did to get the final secret.
That is one of my favorite rides in the entire park.
Like in real life, or like on here?
Both. Well, that chapter 2 specifically.
Okay, yeah.
And in real life, it is. It is a classic ride. You can't beat pirates.
Savor this, you sappy swashbuckler.
There.
I just turned in a quest for Aurora. She finally baked the cake, so we're gonna get some experience from her. And after this, we're gonna talk to Pinocchio, and he'll need some help with toffee apples. You may notice some characters have missions, and I won't be grabbing them, such as Peter Pan and Alice, because those are specific missions that take a long time to complete and aren't really worth it for the amount of experience you get. So I'm specifically picking the missions that give the most experience.
Alright, so this mission that I'm doing right now is actually one of the easier missions in the entire game. All I have to do to get the one secret in here is to destroy 12 of the, or to knock down these 12 pirates before I get to Blackbeard. And it's very simple. I just go left and right constantly to do it. Sometimes they'll block you, most of the time they don't. So just going left and right and attacking will allow for you to get it.
Savor this, you sappy swashbuckler.
And I need to collect 5 toffee apples for Pinocchio. So these are just all down Main Street here. I always point out how good these toffee apples look. Like, I would love a toffee apple.
Alright, so I just need one more pirate. Like I said, just going left and right is completed.
She'll be dead in her water soon enough.
And if you have anything you want to shout out, now would be a good time to do so.
Sure. Well, I can just remind everyone, of course, we are No Glitches Allowed 10. We are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and I know money can be tight, so maybe if you can't donate any money right now, you know, Go Rescue is always in need of supplies other than money to keep the pups happy and healthy. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. So if you go to gorescuedogs.com and go to the How Can I Help tab, you can find their Amazon wish list and help the pups out directly. Or if you do think like, you know what, maybe I do have an extra $1, you can do that ! Donate in chat and then still donate for the good pups and get in for these, you know, these incentives we have. I know I keep mentioning them, but we have some really awesome targets, like, you know, that forewarned bonus banishment ritual level, or the, you know, the bid war for the Disney sing-along. Once this run is done, we're gonna have a Disney sing-along. So, you know, right now I'll Make a Man Out of You is winning, but if you want to even put a couple dollars in, you can help, you know, decide all of these things.
You best take your chances, sharks, while you can. You flounder.
Alright, if I can... So there's a little tiny glitch that is actually useful in this fight here, if I can get it. After a while, Blackbeard will go and he'll attack the ground. If you attack him during this, you can actually attack him during this section, which normally you wouldn't be able to. And it helps out to go a little bit faster. Yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to attack him here, but just doing that, it's kind of funny. It's actually one of the useful glitches that I accidentally found. Alright, and that should be... Well, no, I still need all 4 missions. Okay. I always forget about this because I don't want to do it, but... Here we go. This is one of the longest missions, I think, actually, I would say second longest mission in the entire game.
A ride chapter. Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's not really a mission, right? It's like a ride chapter.
Yeah, the ride chapter. But, the route I'm going to be taking may look a little bit strange, but it's actually the best route. It's the only route that I found to be able to get 5 stars in this chapter. So I'm going to be going left here instead of going to the right, because you get more coins going this direction than you would the other way. And then we're going to go up here, and we're going to do our first one. We want to be a pirate, and this guy's going to show us how to be a pirate by dancing, walking, fighting, and one more thing, like a pirate. This is now... All of our secrets are at the very end of this ride. Luckily, we don't have to get them. Luckily, we do not have to get them, which is fine. But, in order to get all the secrets, you have to know all of these, and it's just matching up all of the, You don't get it right here. He just shows you how to do it. For later on.
And while you're sneaking around in a barrel, I just took some photographs for Stitch, so now I'm turning this into him. And this is one of the missions that is on our bingo card here. There we go, adventure complete, a message for Jumbo.
You'll be master of the seas in no time.
And we're almost at level 6. Once we do, that'll be another one as well. And now I'm going to warp back to Toontown. Oh wait, is the mission in Main Street? Ah yeah, this is kind of weird. Sometimes it spawns in Main Street, sometimes it spawns in Toontown. But we're doing a mission for Daisy Duck to help with the elections.
While you're in Main Street, are you gonna go to Duffy? Show everybody Duffy?
Yes, I will. Right after I talk to Daisy.
We needs to get across that bridge. Let's dunk a few of these blighters, then make a run for it.
Come on. There we go. So right now we have to go behind these pirates and throw fruits at them to knock them out or knock them into the water. Yeah, I'm pretty decent at this. Because if you go fast enough, they just don't stand up and they won't throw stuff at you.
So this bear right here is Duffy Bear. He doesn't speak, but he's basically a sailor bear. He doesn't really appear in the Disney park. I'll give him a hug, because he's just a giant teddy bear. But we believe that he appears in some overseas Disney parks, like in Tokyo.
Grab that fruit and bowl him over.
And he doesn't have any missions for us, but he's just so cute.
He does have a mission. You have to collect small bears that look like him throughout the park.
Knock those pirates.
Yeah, it's a hidden mission. So it doesn't appear in the adventure journal here. But you may notice I can grab some different Duffy Bears around the park as well. So we'll grab those as we see them.
Alright, we got another sneaking mission, and once again we're going to be taking the left path, because we will get more coins that way.
And now I'm trying to find some election banners. Daisy is in charge of decorating Toontown Hall for the election.
Stay low.
There we go. So we have to grab all these with our magic wand. Sometimes they're a little tricky to grab, but... Oh, here's another honey pot. And one's way up there on Chip's treehouse.
The coast be clear.
There we go. That's 3. Sadly, we didn't get any missions that require you to ride any of the rides. So a few of the rides are not mini games, but they're actual rides, like the Gadget Go Coaster in Toontown and like the teacups. But maybe at the end we'll show those off for fun.
To raise money, I want people to go in and I want people to, if they can, to donate money with their favorite Disney princess. And my favorite Disney princess is actually Tiana. So I want to see what other people's favorite Disney princess is.
Do they have to be an official Disney princess?
Are you talking Anastasia?
I don't know. There are a bunch of them.
Who knows what it might unlock, eh? Show me your...
Yeah, everyone let us know what your favorite Disney princess is. Or favorite Disney character. Ooh, and I just reached level 6. So that is another goal completed.
Hey, Black Belt Jinja Ninja is actually in the chat. He is actually the one who started the community for this run. For this game, actually.
Yeah, he's the first one to do a speedrun and got us both hooked on the game, so...
Now, let's see you walk like a true pirate.
Alright, so as you can see, this is actually where we can get one of the hidden secrets. The pirate moves, all the stuff that we learned earlier on in the run. He is asking us to do it for him. To show off that we are actually a pirate. Alright, so that's our first hidden secret out of 3. We're gonna get all of them at the very end. And now they're both better than me, he says.
This is one of my favorite missions as well, because I get to buy a costume for Mickey. We get to get a wizard costume for the shop.
Alright.
So anybody that has seen the Sorcerer's Stone, I get the little sorcerer's hat from that movie.
Everybody wave to the doggo. He gave us another secret.
Doggo! We love the Disney dogs.
Just ahead be a chamber of
Alright, so now I am going to go in here, and you're gonna hear me, well, you're not gonna hear me go quiet, but I'm just going to go completely quiet, because I just want to try and show off this secret here. So what I have to do to get this secret is I actually have to, not get hit by some of the other, or by these side pirates, but I can get hit by Blackbeard if I happen to accidentally do that. But that's fine. I like to focus on this last part.
Thought you could drown Blackbeard, did you?
No worries. So while Steve's fighting some pirates, I'm just over here cleaning up Toontown. Mickey wanted us to get our magic outfits. We already have our magic wands, so now we're an official wizard. And we're using our magic wand to help sweep the brooms and clean up Toontown to prepare for the election.
You bilge rats don't stand a chance!
Oh, here's another hidden Mickey on the wall. There's quite a few in Toontown. Alright, here's our last room. So we'll go talk to Mickey, and that should be the end of another quest.
Surrender, ye swabs! Ow! Mind your manners, ye swine!
Alright, well, we have a second just for a donation?
You missed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So we have $5 from TrainerAnade. I wonder who that is. It says, for the pups, and because I want to see more games and some singing. So put that donation towards upgrading Bram Stoker's Dracula to hard difficulty and Disney Sing-Along Bid War, Part of Your World. So currently, Part of Your World is at $30, and I'll Make Out Man Out of You is at $50.94. And just as a reminder, maybe if you just joined us recently, after this run, after Disneyland Adventures, we're going to have a Disney Sing-Along where we're going to get a song. And your donations into that Disney Sing-Along Bid War will determine which song gets sung. And of course, you can also, in your donation, say, what is your favorite Disney princess? Or even Disney character? And I will read them out for you.
Woo, yes, everyone go donate for the doggos.
Okay, that was 2 gold pins for attractions. And now I can run back. I'm going to be backing out here and going over to Tiana. You're just now getting the Dingle Hoppers?
No, this is the quest afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So for Ariel's quest, I have to take some pictures of some underwater places. She has heard of this magical thing called a parade, and wants to make her own parade float. So we need to give her inspiration for that. I also talked to Belle, and we'll be grabbing some library books. Here's the first one, right by Small World. So you may notice now I'm doing like 3 different missions at one time. I'm doing Belle's books, I'm doing Ariel's photographs, and also Pinocchio's wood chisels. Once I get to level like 8 or 9, I'll be doing 4 or 5 different Fantasyland quests at once. It's just more efficient that way, so.
Okay, I'm at 21% in New Orleans Square, so what I can do for fun to get the 25% in New Orleans Square, we're gonna head over to Haunted Mansion and do some Haunted Mansion stuff.
Haunted Mansion is one of my other favorite rides, especially in the park. When it's Halloween and Christmas time, they do a complete makeover of the ride for A Nightmare Before Christmas.
And this will also get us the 3 gold pins from attractions, because I'm just gonna... This is a very simple one, even though this is one of the longer rides. Like, both of the rides in New Orleans Square are super long, but they're also, like, very easy to get stuff. So I'm actually going to teach people how I get all of the secrets in here, because I have a little bit of time to waste here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to show you where all the secrets are. So the first one that I do, and you can do this in your casual playthrough as well, the first secret is actually going to be on the left-hand side.
As they appeared in their corruptible.
So, in order to get that, we are going to, we're gonna follow the hitchhiking ghost over to the left-hand side here. We're gonna go there, and then we're gonna pick up that, and then when we do that, we're actually going to go and we're going to restart the attraction, because the second that you get a hidden Mickey, it'll allow for you to keep that secret in heading into the next area. So that is one hidden secret done in that one, and the rest of them we can collect by just going through it casually.
I am your host.
I will say your character is very calm for falling through an endless abyss.
There's no turning back now. Our tour begins here.
So we got a cool picture of a fish jumping out.
Paintings of some of our guests.
And that's all of the pictures for Ariel.
Mortal state.
I think we still have one more book we need to find for Belle.
Actually stretching, or is it your imagination?
Oh, we haven't, for some reason, we haven't, so there's no lore to this game. At all. Like, it's just you're a kid running around without any parents, going on all these rides, and nobody seems to care that you're running into them or anything. Echo and I just like to make our own lore for this game, and our fun lore is that we are actually the ghost of a child that is now just roaming around Disneyland.
Yeah, since there's no official end to this game, we're kind of trapped here forever. So, we would like to think that, yeah, we're a ghost from Haunted Mansion, and we worked on this theory quite a lot, you see.
Oh no.
We have 999 happy hearts.
Yeah, we can only interact with the characters.
For 1,000,
We're forced to
any
do missions for all the, basically
this
errands
Ethiopian
for all the
clock
characters
appears
while they
to
just
have a
stand there.
spirited idea to meet you face to face.
And you can actually like sort of run
Can
through
your
different
hands keep
NPCs and the
time
guests in the
like
park,
those
and yeah, they don't seem to care at all. So.
You know what? It makes sense, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can just run through the characters. And they kind of just walk around you.
A spirit approaches.
So I went down the right-hand path this way, and this is how we get our 4th hidden secret. Alright, that's number 4, and the last one, so this game was originally, when it first came out, was actually a Kinect game. I never played it on the Kinect, fortunately. But that's why they have, like, picture things, and they tell you to pose like they are. Normally you would just pose there. And also right here, to get the last secret, you have to wave at the corpse that's right here waving at you, but you don't do anything, and the game's like, okay, you waved at them, and it just gives it to you.
Yeah, so when it was like a Kinect, you'd like physically have to be posing and dancing with the characters and waving at the ghosts. But I played it on Kinect, and it was very difficult to track you. So I'm very glad they added controller support when they ported this to Xbox One. Super useful. And I just finished Belle's and Ariel's mission. So now we're gonna warp to Frontierland and meet Stinky Pete. And he's gonna give us a fishing rod, which is another magic item that gives us some experience.
Careful, please. We spirits are
So I'm gonna give a shout out to the Luigi's Mansion run that comes in later on today. Because right now we are doing some Luigi's Mansion hunting by stopping the ghost with our flashlight.
Secret collab between Luigi's Mansion and Disneyland. Alright, here's Stinky Pete. I don't think he likes the name, but that is the name that the Disneyland game has given him.
Alright, so I'm going to show you once again, I don't know why I'm collecting the coins, because we're going to I'm going to show you how to get all the secrets in here as well.
We expect better manners.
It's a long one, and it took me forever to realize how to get all the secrets in this when I first played through this. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're not going to follow the hitchhiking ghost this time. We will later on. But right now we're going to go this way just to get the one secret that's just out of the way of all the other secrets. This is the one that some people will miss. So, you go on this right path, you aim at the chandelier behind there, then we're going to restart, and we're going to collect the other ones now.
Alright, and I just reached level 7. Which... Oh, that's not a goal. Okay, I need to wait till level 8 for the next one.
Yep, level 8 is the next goal.
Got it, okay. Well, now I'm over in Critter Country. I'm going to be doing 2 missions here. I'm doing the first mission for Brer Fox. He's going to want us to track down Brer Rabbits. And I will also be doing a mission for Tigger, which will help us with Eeyore. Eeyore lost his tail, and so we have to find it and give it back to him.
Come on. Oh. Alright. Time to start collecting lighting up all of the crystal balls. The first crystal ball is going to be right here on the ground.
No bright
right there.
Lights, please.
So that's crystal ball number 1 of 4. And hopefully I don't miss the one inside of Madame Leota's place. That's the one I always miss for some strange reason. Alright. So now we're going to go here, collect these. And now we're actually going to follow the hitchhiking ghost this time.
There are 2 ways to go. And no turning back.
And another one that's very hard to get if you are just worried about the thing coming at you. The second crystal ball is right there inside of his hand. We're going to go this way, and then we're going to follow the hitchhiking ghost again to go through this way and get our second hidden secret. Then we're going to go into here and finish up to get into the the entrance. Which I don't know why we don't start in the entrance to begin with.
That's a good point. We kind of just appear in the middle of the mansion. Leading to the theory that we're going to
I was just about to say. I was just about to say. Come on. Alright.
I just had an awkward encounter with Tigger. He just stared at me for a little bit. Sometimes the characters have a little slow response time, we'll say. They just stare at us for a bit.
What I think it is somebody else says the dialogue as you run by them, and so the game wants to listen to their dialogue before they listen to the one that you're actually at.
Oh, that's a good theory. Like, it waits for the NPCs to finish first.
Yeah, I found that out through the all autographs run when I would always get Peter Pan's dialogue when going for Pinocchio.
Take you down.
Ooh, we just graduated from Tigger school now. We had to do some poses with Tigger.
Tigger school? I want to go to that.
Me too! He teaches you how to bounce, apparently. Which we didn't get Winnie the Pooh as an attraction, but in that ride you literally get a bounce with Tigger on a pogo stick.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, that's one of Steve's least favorite rides.
I am the worst. That is my worst ride. Like, you talk about like some of the hardest rides being Splash Mountain and the other one,
really reaching out to you.
Splash Mountain and Finding Nemo. No, you have not had a hard ride until you run into Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and you have to pick up Rue's Wave at Rue one, which is the worst one that you have to pick up ever. Like, everybody in the community says that because you have to wave at Rue when passing by Rue, but Rue just doesn't like give you it. You have to do it at a specific time, at a specific frame, while also not bouncing or hitting any other buttons. Plus, I never get the 5 stars in the first mission when I'm in there as well, so...
Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh, normally a very relaxing ride in the park. Yeah, as Blackout says, it's quite a horror story. Even more so than Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, we've had multiple people in the community want to do 100% runs and just get soft locked on Rue because Rue will just not give it to them, or it does and doesn't count it.
Yeah, so luckily we don't have to do that here. So I just found a tack we need to pin back on Eeyore's tail. Since Eeyore is basically a giant puppet, kind of, or like a teddy bear. I don't know, like a stuffed animal? Yeah, because he's made up of stitches, so we need to pin his tail back on with a tack. But we're gonna talk to Brer Fox while we're here. He just gave us another magic item, which is the megaphone. And we found all the rabbit tracks, so we're gonna turn these into him, and now we need some rope. And so Brer Fox tells us that, oh, we're just gonna play jump rope with him. We're totally not using the rope for anything at all.
Alright, so now we're gonna get the final secret. We got all of the crystal balls, and the last one is just to distract the piano player by shining a light in his face. Alright, I almost have the 5 stars. This will get us the gold in here, and this will get us the 3 gold, plus probably the 25% inside of New Orleans Square.
Ooh, 2 goals in 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty well on time.
Don't say that.
That's true. Every time I say that, it goes bad, but we're about halfway through. And here's the 3rd rope. But while we're here, we'll talk to Eeyore, because we found the tack for his tail. Eeyore is one of the characters that I will always give a hug to, even though it takes like 5 seconds out of the time, but sometimes we all need a hug.
How could you not hug Eeyore?
Right? He's just so lovable.
He needs that hug. Like...
Alright, that's a
We're gonna
35...
get a really cute scene soon coming up with Eeyore.
That is a 35% in New Orleans Square, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. Now we're gonna travel over to Main Street and go to where I actually need to go to get the stuff. And then I'm going to get the photo pass in Main Street here.
You know Mickey will give you an autograph.
Alright. Let's get this photo pass.
Fireworks!
It's good to see you back. We have many different tops. I'm sure you'll find something you like.
So I will actually be switching costumes here in a second. We will say goodbye to the wizard costume for now. We're actually going to be switching into a raincoat, a bright yellow raincoat. Christopher Robin is not here right now, so we are dressing up like Christopher Robin to try to make Eeyore think that we are Christopher Robin, basically, to let us attach his tail.
Hiya, folks. It's great to see ya.
Alright, we can just buy that from the shop over here.
So this is another thing with the Connect. You would actually be able to pose here, but since they're kind of boring pictures, we just like to jump at the last second to see the awkward photos that we can get when we're jumping.
Yeah, sometimes you can like jump out of frame. I do wonder who is taking these photos too, since we used our own camera.
I never thought of that. Alright, I always struggle to get these photo passes because I always end up taking a landmark picture at the same time. And I don't want to do that. I know that is a landmark picture. I know that's a landmark picture. Alright, here's a photo. This should be a photo pass one.
Oh, there we go. Eeyore's tail is all back now.
There we go. That should be another photo pass.
Man, there is so much to do. We could spend all year here.
Ooh, cool. I also need to see how many pins I have. If anything, I can just go to Fantasyland and buy all their pins there.
Yeah, you might be at 40 already.
Yeah, I'll look in just a minute. Let me finish getting these photo passes. I'm not sure if this is a photo pass or no. I think this is a photo pass.
Alright, and now we need to find some carrots. And these will be to feed Brer Rabbit. So Brer Fox's plan is to tie up Brer Rabbit and turn him into a soup. But luckily, we end up telling Brer Rabbit about this plan and play a trick on Brer Fox and Brer Bear instead.
Dear.
And then we just need his autograph as well.
Oh yes, I'll buy the autograph book. Thanks for the reminder.
And he should be Trickster.
Okay,
Alright, that's all the Main Street photo pass. So now let me see how many pins I have. Uh, 23 right now. So I'm gonna travel over to Fantasyland, and everybody's gonna count with me. Because there are a ton of pins here. Like, this is the best way to buy it. Like, everything is here. Alright. So now we have 23, and we're just gonna start buying.
So nice to see you again. Take a look at our autograph books. I'm sure you'll find one you like.
24, 25,
I'm glad you found what you
26, 27,
You've made a great
28,
decision.
29,
You've made a great
30,
decision.
31,
It seems like you really
32,
knew what you wanted.
33,
It seems like you really
34,
knew what you wanted.
35,
It seems like you really
36,
knew what you wanted.
37,
I'm glad you found what you
38,
wanted.
39,
Thanks so much for
40,
shopping
that's
with
40
us.
pins,
What a great choice you made.
41.
I must say, you
I don't need to buy any more.
wonderful taste.
Nice. So that's another goal?
Yep. So all I need left, which is going to take forever for me, because I'm terrible at it, is the fireworks. All 10 secrets in the fireworks. Spectacular.
Alright, I just bought the autograph book, so now we'll go get an autograph from Brer Rabbit. I also like to give this character a hug too.
Alright. This might take me a little bit. This might keep us in line with some time here, because this takes me forever. I'm really bad. I'm really bad at this game. The one I cannot get first try because I just can't aim to save my life.
And there is Brer Rabbit's autograph.
Time to light up the night with a dazzling Disneyland fireworks
We
display.
have a lot of bingos so far. But the last few, especially reach level 12, is definitely going to take the longest. Alright, earlier we bought some nachos for Stinky Pete, so now we're delivering him our food. It may have been in our pocket for like an hour, but that's fine.
There's one secret. It's usually near the end is where I usually end up missing the secret, so then we have to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah, hopefully you get it first try, but...
I won't. I'm just gonna say right now, I will not get it first try. If I do, it'll be very hype, because I've never gotten the first try ever.
Imagine if you had to get all 10 in the same try for it to count.
Oh. then this would always be yours, because you usually always get this first try, and I cannot.
I think the reason I'm good at that ride only is because that's one of the rides that you do in the main storyline.
Yeah, you have to, because near the end of the... We won't see the end story for it, but in the end, the fireworks reveal who is the winner of the election. Between Donald Duck and Goofy. Or not Donald, it's Donald Duck and Mickey, wow.
Yeah, so we won't actually get to that specific mission, because that requires like little 15 or so. But if you do play this game casually, you can experience it for yourself.
We won't spoil who wins.
And right now I'm actually in Big Thunder. Which you might be wondering, hey, why are you in Big Thunder? There's no goal for it, there's no mission for it. Well, we actually learned that the rides give you a lot of experience if you get the platinum pins and the gold pins. So, Big Thunder specifically is one of the fastest rides that you can complete. So I will actually be going through trying to get all the secrets in this ride. And I just restarted because you have to do this ride 2 times to get all the secrets. So now I will be going for the coins.
Yeah, this is the one, just like me learning some of the missions, I actually told Echo where all the secrets are, and she was able to take that and get some experience with it.
Yeah, this is one of the few rides that it's worthwhile to do to get experience quickly. So now we're gonna go to the left path here.
Alright, these next 2 secrets are the ones that I always miss. Oh my gosh, I got them all on first try? What? Oh my gosh.
Woo!
I never do that.
I just got my second secret now. Now the vultures coming up are always the part I struggle with. Oh, I got it. Nice.
Yes.
We'll see you again soon.
Oops, I do not want to play that again. No, please. Please, please no. Alright, and that will be all 10 secrets on fireworks. Alright, so I have officially done everything I can on my end. So, what better way to show off this game than playing more games? And what better way to make me suffer? We're gonna go to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh, alright! See if you can get a platinum pin on that.
Alright, everybody get ready for the horrors that are Rue, and we won't see Rue until the second part. I promise you I will not get 5 stars in this opening area. So for Winnie the Pooh, you have to all the secrets involve you having to pop 15 balloons here. And then we're going to be going, we have to take a separate, the reason that I never get it is because the path that you have to take following Winnie the Pooh does not lead to a lot of coins, which is the most unfortunate thing. So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go straight. Because this is where one of the secrets are. Actually, no,
I
it's
got
not.
all 5 secrets on the first chapter, so now I'm on the second chapter. And we are just running on top of a train. Maybe not the safest, but
Well, what do we care? We're a ghost.
that's true. And also, when you get hit by things, you respawn. Another theory as to why we're ghosts. We have more
Alright.
vulture crates we can grab for coins here.
So that was our first secret, going down that path that I took right there. Now, I'm not going to worry about that balloon. We should have enough balloons later on. Just go for the coins instead.
Look out for the branches. Ouch.
So here's a balloon right here, and we have to go to the right path here. Okay. Yeah. I hate this ride. So we've completely missed another one of the secrets because Pooh would not allow us to go to the right-hand side.
Yeah, some of the pathing in the rides is very tricky to switch between the left and right paths. You have to be like in the exact right position for it to count.
Alright, so I'm almost done with the balloons.
Oh, yum. Honey, honey, and more honey.
Alright, so, like I said, I did not get 5 stars. I did not get all secrets. This is Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh for you. Now we go into Bouncing with Tigger. Bouncing with Tigger is where we find Roo. So, in order to get it with Roo, what you have to do is you actually have to wave at Roo, but you have to wait for Roo to say the line, hey, let me come with you, but you also have to do it right before they say the line, but also at the same time. It's kind of tricky. I don't really understand how to do it. It's right in here. We have to wave at Roo. Right about here. Yep, see, I did it too early. Did not get it. So, we're gonna go back in. Try it again. You have to wave at Roo at such a specific time, nobody understands.
Makes you feel just great, doesn't it?
Someone in the chat said these kids are in incredible shape walking around. I totally agree. We're like bouncing on pogo sticks, jumping around, running on trains the entire time. And I realized I actually got to level 8 by doing Big Thunder.
Did you actually get all the Did you get all the secrets?
I did. I got a platinum pin and I got it first try, which never happens. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Really, Roo? You still did not give it to me. You still didn't give it to me. Oh. We will do
now
this.
I'm doing a quest with Donald, which is actually one of my favorite quests as well. Because we'll get to see Pluto coming up in a second.
I like this mission too.
So Donald wants us to find a treasure chest so he can bribe the Toontown public. He wants to buy ice cream for everyone so that they vote for him. So we need to find a treasure chest, and there's one buried in the water right behind his house. We're also going to get our last magic item, which is the water squirter. And we got this at level 8, so perfect timing here.
Wow, you did great!
Come on, let's go bounce some more.
And once again, I did not get it from Roo. This is attempt number 4 or 5, trying to get the Roo secret.
Now we gotta figure out how to open the chest, but we can just use our magic wands. And instead of gold coins or treasure, all we find is dog bones.
We got some honey for Pooh Bear.
So we're gonna talk to Mickey and see who are these dog bones for. And part of what Mickey says is that Pluto buried the chest himself underneath the water. And hid his dog bones. So not really sure how he did that, but now we're gonna go deliver the bones right back to Pluto.
Which way do you?
We want to go to the right here, Tigger. I still didn't get it. Once again.
Alright, Pluto. Enjoy your dog bones. I'm gonna give him a hug as well. He's too cute not to.
Of course. That's what we're here. We're here for the pups, right?
Oh yeah.
Actually, so can I just mention what we're here for?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So, of course, as a reminder, we are here, No Glitches Allowed 10, raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And I don't know if you know, but Go Rescue is actually not funded. It relies solely on the kindness and donations of others in order to continue. So any donations you're making through us go straight to them, and that helps make sure that Go Rescue can continue. They have rescued over 1,800 dogs and still counting. So let's help them give many more dogs the precious gift of tomorrow. And then also more gaming, because also gaming's cool too, but puppers.
Ooh, and gaming with puppers.
Exactly. It's the best of like everything, right?
Exactly.
We gotta move faster,
So as you can see, every other secret is very simple in this chapter except for Rue.
So now that I've finished Pluto's quest, I'm going to be switching over to Belle. And Belle wants us to take some pictures of the Matterhorn fruit beast, which is this giant mountain in the background here. So we're gonna take some pictures for him and then deliver that to Beast.
I can't wait. Giving presents to Pooh is what Tiggers do best.
Oh, also, a little more donation incentive here. If you want to donate, let us know what your favorite Disneyland ride is, and maybe Steve can do that next after he finishes Winnie the Pooh.
I'm done in Winnie the Pooh. I tried Rue like 5 times. I am not going for Rue anymore.
Are you doing the 3rd chapter as well?
Nope.
You're just done.
I do not. There's a reason I do not like Winnie the Pooh ride.
Or if you like seeing Steve suffer, maybe request Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, request it again, and I'll have to go get them all. Alright, I am going to go... Let's go into one of my favorite rides to play, and that would be Peter Pan. We don't get it a lot, so I'm actually going to go into here and play some Peter Pan.
Ooh, Peter Pan's a fun one as well.
It's very fun, and we barely get it when we do our bingo cards. Alright, so all the secrets in here. The first one, we're going to take the left path. Basically, this entire ride, we're going to be taking the left path in order to get most of the secrets. But the first one is going to be when we have to decide between either right or left path, we're going to take the left path. Which will be coming up after we go over another building, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be after we go over this. And we're going to take the left path over here. And this will get us our first secret. Right there. Perfect.
Alright, we completed Belle's quest. I'm gonna check if there's any more Fantasyland ones. Those are usually the easiest to grab experience.
Alright, go here, and then we're going to take, once again, we're going to be taking the left path. Once we get the option to, we're going to be taking the left path.
Ooh, okay, Pinocchio has a quest for us. This is another one of my favorites. So, Monstro the whale, which is right behind us, has swallowed up Pinocchio's schoolbooks. So we need to make him sneeze so that his schoolbooks he can get his schoolbooks back. So we're gonna find some pepper pots around the park.
Isn't Pepper Potts Marvel, though?
Yes. This was an early indication of Marvel Disney collab. Alright, there's the first one. And next few should be around the teacups, I think. Oh, here's another. And a hidden Mickey.
Alright, so we're gonna take one last left path around the block over here. We'll be coming back to that, don't worry. Taking the left path. Over here, and then there we go. That's all 4 secrets in the first area.
Nice! I just made Monstro sneeze, and now his school books went flying everywhere, so we have to get them back. We do have a fun goal, which is not on this card, but it's a possibility to occur on a bingo card. We have Make Monstro the Whale Sneeze as a goal, which I added in specifically, because you can also do it with a megaphone.
Yeah, we kind of both added in some of our favorite stuff to do in the park. Like, my favorite one is actually to ride the non-minigame rides. I can show off some of those in just a second.
I mean, I have to say, this definitely seems like a fun game to play casually as well.
It's very fun casually.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This is probably different than a lot of the other speedruns. It's more relaxing. And we just get to hang out with some Disney characters and Disney dogs.
So, when I was first learning how to get all of the stars in this chapter, or this ride, to begin with, I struggled with getting this one in the cannonballs, and then all of a sudden Echo's like, you know you can jump over them, right? I said, what? She says, yeah, if you keep on hitting the jump button, you can just jump over all the cannonballs. It makes it much easier. I'm like, oh. It definitely does make it much easier, because the secret, the hidden Mickey, is to not get hit by the cannonballs once, or get hit by anything at that.
Yeah, I struggled with that my first time playing through it casually.
I just got hit by the very last, not cannonball, but one of them throwing. I got hit by it, but whatever.
Oh no. You're very close though.
Yeah. I didn't get hit by any of the cannonball, at least. Alright, this is my favorite chapter in Peter Pan, and that is to fly with Peter Pan throughout Neverland. The secrets are pretty fun, as long as you know where they are. The first one is going to be here. I need everybody to wave at the mermaids. We actually have to wave at the mermaids. Hey, ladies. Now we're heading back. And once again, we're going to be taking the left path. For anytime they have us choose, we're going to be taking the left path. I don't know why they like the left path in Peter Pan, but...
Can you imagine if the actual Peter Pan ride had you flying around?
Well, that'd
be pretty cool.
I mean, I bet we didn't even need pixie dust in order to fly, since we are ghosts.
Yeah, can ghosts fly? Probably, right?
Well, yeah, you see all the ghosts in Haunted Mansion fly around.
Oh yeah, I guess they fly too. So I'm gonna do 3 missions at once here. So the first one is for another Pinocchio quest. We need to take some pictures for him around Fantasyland for his school assignments. I think we're kind of doing some work, but he pays us some money afterwards. And then we are doing a photograph book for Aurora. She wants different angles of the castle. So we're going to be taking 4 photographs of her. And then we're also looking for some popcorn for Cinderella. Jack and Gus from Mice are really hungry, so we're trying to find these giant popcorn buckets to feed them.
Alright, so our last secret, we're gonna be going down the waterfall here. We want to stay on the left-hand side, while also collecting coins if you wanted to get, like, the platinum. There's no way I can get platinum because I missed the other one. But you want to stay on the left-hand side when you're going down here, because otherwise you will miss that. Alright, so that's all 4 secrets in this section right here.
For donation.
I'm actually gonna grab Snow White while I'm here as well.
Alright, so the final one is the sword fight with Hook. In order to get the secret in there, all you have to do is just not get hit by Hook.
To provide some competition. Kindly stop striking me. It's my job to strike you. Now that really hurt. Just try to block this.
Can I read a donation?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. We have $13 from Sancho Panda that says, I like even numbers, or the puppers. I don't think 13 is okay, whatever. Also says, went to Epcot Center over 30 years ago, and I still have the Figment Imagination song stuck in my head. Thanks, Disney.
Oh my god, that is definitely a trippy ride if you've ever been to Disney World.
And Sancho Panda put that donation towards the Any Percent Glitch exhibition for Entropy Center. So more gaming, and even though this is no glitches allowed, we might get a glitch exhibition later. And helping boost I'll Make a Man Out of You for that Disney sing-along after we're done here. So I'll Make a Man Out of You is currently very much in the lead with $63.94.
Woo!
I figured that would win, but we have some people that are for part of your world.
Oh,
okay.
$500.
Yeah,
nice.
I was gonna say, and it was called out that $13 did get us to reach a total of $500. I am sorry for calling you out for your number. We did reach $500. Yay!
Woo!
Alright, so that's how you get all the secrets inside of Peter Pan. Except for, obviously, not getting hit, so... If we want a very complicated one, I can go to Finding Nemo, or I can go to Splash Mountain. Which one should I go with, Trainer?
Splash Mountain, that was always one of my favorite rides.
Which is no longer there in either one of them.
I know, I'm so sad.
But they are bringing in Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is going to be amazing because it just continues the story after Princess and the Frog and brings us new songs overall. So it's going to be really good.
I mean, I guess, but it was Splash Mountain. I mean, it's just the childhood nostalgia of it wasn't necessarily an amazing ride, but I liked it.
Well, you can continue to experience it in Disneyland Adventures forever.
Yay!
Sancho Panda says 13 is a baker's dozen, so it's even?
You know what? I will allow it.
Alright, so in order to get all the secrets in this, it's going to be kind of complicated to explain as I'm doing it, but in order to get all the secrets, we have to go through this twice. This whole thing twice, if I get a perfect level, that is. So, the first one is to, not in this section, but the next section, I can either go right or left, and both pathways I have to not get hit on anything throughout the entirety of that section. So, we are going to go to the right path, because I find it easier, even though it's supposed to be the harder section, because it's the shortcut, so they make the path a lot harder. gonna focus up a little bit here, because there's some sections in here that they kind of like trick you. Going around corners and stuff like this, they kind of like speed you up in a way. Okay, duck down, then we have to go all the way over to the left, then head over to the right, back over to the left in a time frame of like a second.
They do make it pretty tricky. Do you think you can get a perfect run? We'll see.
Okay, so that is the first one. I got past the first one. I know it didn't seem... I didn't make it seem hard, but trust me, that took a long time to get down when I first played it. Now we have to watch this. Both times you do it. That's why you want... If you have to do the 10 secrets in this, you want to make sure that you get them done in 2 times. Otherwise, you have to watch this every time.
Right, and I'm just switching between a lot of Fantasyland missions here. I'm at the level where a lot of characters have a lot of missions for us, so we're going to be talking to everyone that we can and completing as many missions as we can.
Where'd he go?
I think we're at level 9 or 10 right now.
That nice
Pretty confident we can reach level 12.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be able to. What level is election photos?
It's real pretty.
I think that's maybe level 10? That should be coming up soon.
Something in there. This ain't no present. Ain't nothing in there but...
Alright. So going into this next section, you also have to not get hit by anything. That also includes Bear throwing random barrels in front of you at the very last second, as well as Brer Fox throwing rocks at you, while you're also trying to get around corners and dodging rocks. So it's a thing. So I'm gonna go the right path. I always like to go right path with right path each time. So there's some logs already in the water. He's gonna throw this right there. We dodged it that way. Then he's gonna come that way. We're gonna go all the way over to the left over here. Dodge that rock. Go around here, and there should be one more being thrown at me by Brer Fox. There we go. Dodged it. And get that last one. Okay, that is... Why did it not count? I didn't get hit by anything. Okay, whatever. I know I didn't get hit by anything.
Only harmful glitches, yep.
Anyway, that's how you get through that section without getting hit, but the game still glitches out on you. And you would just do the same thing on the left-hand side. You would just dodge everything both ways and then get the final one. Then we go into the second section, which is a little bit more fun. So, for the longest time, we didn't realize, but we would always dodge those barrels because we didn't think they did anything. I found out after a while they actually give you coins, so you want to run into those barrels at the very beginning. In order to get all the secrets in this, you also have to play this twice, but I will take the trickier path to show you just how fidgety one of the secrets is in this section.
Ooh, I'm running down Main Street to try to find a glass slipper for Cinderella. She lost her slippers yet again, so we have to find them. She made us this beautiful outfit, you may have noticed, and she's preparing for us to go to the ball. I don't think we'll get that far in her quest line, but eventually you do get to dance with Cinderella. I forgot exactly where the slipper is, so I'm actually gonna switch to the quest real quick.
So, you saw me start to get a mission there with the alligators. In order to get that, you have to be close enough to them for them to jump out of the water like that at you, but also not close enough to get hit. But if you're too far away where you can't get hit by them, it won't count. So it's a tricky thing that you have to work with. now we're also going to take that. We also got another secret by waving at the goose that was there at the water. We can also get coins by running into these mushrooms, which is another thing I never realized until I started doing the bingo. I always thought that you had to dodge them.
I accidentally ran into them, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yep. I also didn't get that secret there. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, this is just me going through it casually. Alright. I'm just basically showing off all the rides at this point.
Alright, so we tracked down Snow White's first set of gooseberries, and now she wants us to water the flowers around here, so we actually get to use one of our magic items, which is the squirt gun. And we'll use it on these red flowers here. And that's a super easy quest we can turn in.
Oops. Ran into a rock.
Alright, I'm switching over to Aurora's quest now. And we need to take some pictures of the outside of the castle. I always forget exactly where it is. Let's see. Here we go.
Wait, you're actually using the guide?
I know, I did! I forget exactly where the photos are, but it's there in case I need it.
Alright,
it's worth it for the couple second time lapse.
So that is the Splash Mountain. You would have to go through that multiple times, and it was glitching out on me, so it made me mad. So now we're gonna head over to Finding Nemo, where I have this. One of the hidden secrets in here is, in order to collect it, you have to stay over to the right, or stay over to the left, but also go over to the right, just to go back over to the left again. So, it's fun. By the way, I'm level 5, and I have not done any of the missions but the very first one. Just to let everybody know. Well, the second one as well.
Yeah, the rides definitely give you experience. They're just, like, slightly slower than the missions. I'm almost at level 10 here. I will be after this quest with Aurora.
Oops. I always do that. I go to the hidden... or I go to Finding Nemo, and I always go to the entrance. I always do it, so...
You can look for some hidden Mickeys on your way there.
Well, okay, let me show you some of the hidden Mickeys. Our first hidden Mickey is going to be right around this corner. It's going to be right here on this wall. If it lets me hit it. There we go. So this is the hidden Mickey.
Determined. They're always going to be the same spot. It's not like RNG or anything.
Oh, that would be miserable if it was RNG. That would be terrible. No, these are always going to be in the same spots. Number 2 is going to be right over here. I'm probably not going to find all of them because I always forget one in this section. There are 2 not marked, Lilith. Okay, so we're gonna run back over this way while we're heading towards Finding Nemo, and there should be a couple more that we can run into. The first one that I'm gonna do is over here, and it's gonna be in line for which one is the Space Mountain.
Sometimes stuff gets hidden up high, so if you spot something sparkling up there...
Yeah, Steve has pretty much memorized where every hidden Mickey is in the park, which is like over 150 different hidden Mickeys.
right there.
Did you memorize them for like a specific route, or just because sometimes they're needed for the bingo?
Oh, they're sometimes needed for the bingo. And also they get you percentage up, like a percentage up for the park if you're like falling a little bit behind in some of the sections. You can just get these hidden Mickeys.
That is one of my favorite parts of playing this game casually, is trying to see how many hidden Mickeys you can find.
And you also need that for, once again, the 100% route. So, that's another thing that the runner had to do. The most annoying hidden Mickey, in my opinion, you can't stand anywhere close to this hidden Mickey. You have to stand all the way over, down this hall, and then turn around and you can finally take the picture. I found that out the hard way.
I just found one on the wall too. You just see them as you're running by.
Alright, so now we're gonna go down here.
Hey, you wanna watch a movie later?
And I know I'm gonna forget one. I already know. I'm trying to remember. There's one way over here by the Autopia Winter Circle. Turn around the corner. Like I said, some of these are actually pretty well hidden. You just have to know where to get. We actually, if I was to not know where they were, there's actually tons of guides online to lead you through where everything is, and that includes all the hidden stuff that you would need to collect, like the magic item stuff.
Yeah, you also need to find all of the different collectible sets to get 100%. So all of the honey pots and books and toffee apples you see scattered around the park, you need to find all 10 of them for, I think, like 18 different sets of items. Quite a lot, yeah.
Alright, so this is where I get lost in trying to find where the other hidden Mickeys are. I know that there's one over here. This one's pretty well hidden because it's just like no place that you would go unless I think there's coins over here. If you're collecting coins, you wouldn't go over this direction. And then I think there's one in the water. Or is this the wrong spot for the one in the water? This is not one in the water. Yeah, so that's about all that I remember at the moment. But there's 7 of them, if anybody's been looking. Because I always think that this is one, but this is actually part of Fantasyland's Hidden Secrets.
Yeah, like that area around Matterhorn's right between the 2 lands, so it's always tricky which secret applies to which land.
Oh no, that is Tomorrowland. Okay.
And I'm finding some pearls for Ariel now. Earlier we took some photos of places, and now she wants to gather some pearls to try to make a parade float of her own. So we're just fishing out some pearls from around the park here. Not sure why there's pearls underwater in the Dumbo area, but we found one, so. And I can actually work back to Toontown. It's a closer distance to Ariel instead of walking.
Alright, yeah, I don't remember where the other 2 are. This is where I always just like lose and I can't remember where the other 2 are, but that's fine. I was just kind of showing off where some of them were anyway. Alright, so now we're gonna go into Finding Nemo. And the very first chapter is very boring. Not that exciting. Because we're gonna be playing hide and seek with Nemo, and Nemo is a terrible hide and seeker. Like, seeker, I should say. Because we're gonna be hiding, and Nemo kind of doesn't know how to count as well. They'll go like 10,
14,
3, 2, 1.
13. Nemo's
He's still in
almost
school,
done.
it's okay, he's learning.
10, 7, 6.
See that, Cora? Trying to make yourself the same shape. 2, 1.
I am continuing the election storyline now. I'm talking to Minnie, and she wants us to water some flowers to decorate. So this is not election photos, this is a prerequisite quest to that one. So we'll have to do this a little bit first. There is a lot of flowers in Toontown, so I will actually switch to the quest tracker. So I think it's the red ones here that I need, yeah.
16. 14. You better be hiding. 13. Time's almost
I
up.
figure it's been a while. I'll remind people what we're doing here.
7. Swim up and down, like me.
Yeah, go for it.
3.
Okay. So this is, of course, No Glitches Allowed 10, a charity event dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This includes no major glitches, glitchless, and any other run that doesn't have significant tricks or skips. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. And of course, I do want to say, you know, we are donating, all donations go towards that Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And even though this is No Glitches Allowed, there's currently an incentive for glitch exhibition later. So I don't know, maybe you want to add some glitches to your No Glitches Allowed? You can do that. And all the donations can go both towards one of those targets, like the glitch exhibition, and towards a bid war. And after our Disneyland Adventures is done, which I know we're getting closer to, we're gonna have a Disney sing-along. And currently, I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan is winning at $63.94. Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid is next at $30. And Proud of Your Boy from Aladdin on Broadway is at $1.31. So it looks like I'll Make a Man Out of You is going to be our sing-along song with our runners. But, I don't know, maybe you want to donate and make it one of those other songs. If you do want to donate, you can just type !donate in chat. And you can also, like, let us know what's your favorite Disney princess. Or maybe your favorite Disneyland ride from, you know, a few years ago. Currently, but
yeah, Galaxy's Edge is not in this game. That would be cool, but it didn't exist at the time.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I'm always hoping that maybe one day they'll make like a second version of this game that has like an updated Disneyland plus like California Adventureland with like Cars Land and Pixar Pier and Avengers Campus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they ever make any updates or DLC? Not so far.
No, they're.
No.
I'm
came out
sure,
in
like,
this
standard
came out in
updates, but
yeah, this came out in
nothing that added
2011.
content. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe someday, probably not.
Yeah, probably not, but maybe. I think Disney forgot about this game, honestly.
They do have so many other IPs at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're too focused on Disneyland Adventures. But right now I'm tracking down some ballots for Daisy. She needs to gather up some ballots for the election. And one apparently got stuck on top of Minnie's house. There we go. Got it down for her. The one is super useful in gathering all of these items.
Alright, I think we're done. Yeah, okay, we are done playing hide and seek with Nemo.
Yay?
Yeah, exactly. Alright, now we're going to Bruce and the Sunken Ship, and this is where things start to get very interesting to get the secrets. So, this is after we were fish are friends, not food, and he kind of goes blood hunt, going after the fish. So we have to try and run away from Bruce here. so now to get our first secret, you can see it right up there. There's nothing like too difficult to get it. However, it's going to get very complicated very quickly to get the other secrets. The last two in this level are a thing. And also, want to point out, they have stuff there and they have stuff down there. You cannot get those bottom ones without getting hit. Like, you will always get hit if you go after those ones down below. For some strange reason.
I always love how funny it is. Like, this game is so super chill and casual, but then they just add a shark chasing you in one of the rides, which is super stressful. And I actually started the election photo quest. Looks like it unlocked at level 11, which we just reached, so perfect timing. So now I just need to take a picture of Mickey and Donald, but it's a little trickier than it seems for Donald.
So we had to take the right pathway for to get that secret. And then we have a little bit. We have actually a small cutscene outside of here. Inside of the ride, there's a cutscene.
Unskippable, might I add. Which is not great for speedruns.
And just remember, I'm doing this casually while I wait for to show this off while Echo finishes up. And it sounds like she's almost done with her stuff as well, so...
I just reached level 11, so I'd say maybe 15 or so minutes until I reach level 12. It seems about right.
Alright, so here's the most complicated one. You have to go over to the left path here. But once you go left path, you also have to go to the right, all the way over to the right, to get that one. And it's very difficult because if you're late to go over to the right, you cannot get that, and then you have to go through the whole level again just to get that secret. And then once we hit the final one, once we'll go up the stairs.
And while you're dodging a shark attack, I'm just picking some apples. So, completely different vibes going on. But we have to bake an apple pie for Donald.
Oh yeah, this is another thing that could just tell us that we are a ghost. I've been swimming underwater without any breathing apparatus. Like deep ocean swimming.
Well, you are an official fish now, right? With your fish costume?
Sure. Alright, so our last secret is going to be up on this path right over here. We're going to go over to the right, and we're going to stay over to the right, and we are literally just going to get hit. This is going to allow for us to get the final secret, which is over that way, because if you dodge everything, try and dodge everything, you cannot get the secret down here. The game will, like, physically not let you go over fast enough to the right, so you have to get hit at the final section in order to get it. So that's how you get all 4 secrets in this section. This was one of the harder ones when I was playing this game casually to get all the secrets in this area.
Right now I'm just waiting for Goofy to bake his pie. It takes about a minute of in-game time, and there's really nothing you can do except wait for him. But I'm not really sure when he ever bakes the pie, because he kind of just stands there staring at us for a minute, and now it's all done. So... now we have a pie to give to Donald, and he will finally take a picture for us.
Alright, so now we're going into the final section, and I get to say my favorite lines for picking up secrets ever, and that is, we are going to go on the right path, then we're going to go on the jellyfish and the jellyfish. Which will make sense once we get to the section, but that's literally what we have to do.
By the way, there's a couple of different thoughts in chat about how the pie is made. One person says he got Max to make the pie for him. Another person says he's got pastry kinesis, clearly. So we've got a bunch of theories.
Yes, we love hearing the Disney theories. of how you can explain different things in this game.
But you never even see him like hand it over to anybody, do you?
No, he doesn't. We kind of just receive it in our inventory, and then we give it to Donald. Donald drops the pie, and then we get a pie from Mickey to give to Donald again.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, we just never, like, give it to anybody. It's just like...
I also love how this is supposed to be, like, an official election photo, and they just want us standing in it. They're like, oh, you gotta be in the picture, too.
I never do that one. Like I said, I haven't gone that far into missions, so...
Yeah, I was just standing in the picture. Which, again, is using our camera, but, that's fine. Maybe we have a ghost friend taking the photo for us.
Alright, so that is the first one. Then, to get the second ones, we have to go on the jellyfish and the jellyfish in order to get the last two secrets.
And I just finished election photos! Adventure complete. So we have one more goal left, which is reach level 12. Currently I'm at 11.5, so we're pretty close. Let me see what missions are left here that I can do. Okay, we have one for Pinocchio.
Alright, so here's the jellyfish.
Okay.
And, wait for it. The jellyfish.
Jump on the top.
We do not advise jumping on jellyfish in real life, but
so that
we'll not get a secret in real life.
So this will now officially be a platinum pin, a first try, Finding Nemo.
Really, this is still the first try on the Finding Nemo ride.
Yeah, just casually doing it. So since Echo is almost done, I'm actually, after this ride, I'm going to head and ride the non-playable rides, which include the Carousel, the Mad Hatter, or the Alice in Wonderland teacups, Go-Go Coaster, and Dumbo. No, not Dumbo. We don't do Dumbo, unfortunately.
Yeah, Dumbo's one, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, we do ride Dumbo. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah.
Dumbo, and then we have the Astro Orbiters. So which one should I hit first, Trainer?
Let's do the teacups. I
Teacups?
feel like that's that's a I don't know, sort of traditional. The teacups and Dumbo are like two of the ones that just in my mind are Disneyland rides, you know?
Vice Mayor Random Kid. That's a good one. So I guess you're gonna be the vice mayor then for taking a picture.
Ooh, I like that. Alright, we're just taking some more photos for Pinocchio here. We are actually doing his homework now. We're doing some extra credit homework for him.
Alright, so we're gonna head over to the teacups, then we can hit Dumbo after that, and then we'll hit the carousel. So that'll be 3 of the rides. And that's actually a goal we didn't get, unfortunately, which is to ride all the non-playable rides.
Yeah, we have, I'd say maybe like a couple hundred possible goals.
There was a lot more. There was a lot more. Who are you, dude?
Yeah.
Holy cow! Who are you? Why do I have a close with this guy?
Hi, random friend.
What is going on? He's happy at least.
See, I think we're just you just ghosted into their teacup ride. Like
All right.
I like
so
how it asks. I just want to say, I like how it asks, do you want to write again? No, thank you.
now we're gonna head over to Dumbo over here. We cannot control if we go up or down, unfortunately.
Alright, here's another Duffy Bear. They're so cute. And the dog bone for Pluto. We must collect those for Pluto. And now we can turn this into Pinocchio. And after this, it looks like I completed all of the Fantasyland quests for now. At least the ones that are worthwhile.
Alright, so now we're gonna head over to King Arthur's Carousel, I believe. Is it King Arthur's Carousel?
Oh, I'm so close to level 12. Okay, I'm going to do a Critter Country mission now. We got one earlier from Brer Rabbit. Perfect, okay. And we need to gather some of his clothes bags.
This is a great way to end it, I think. Me riding these rides. I'm enjoying it. Alright, we have Astro Orbiters and we have Go-Go Coaster. I think I will end on the coaster, so we're gonna go over to Tomorrowland. Oops, the entrance is over here.
Did that get me to level 12? Let's see. Oh, we're so close. Okay.
Is there a max level in this game?
Level 16.
Yes,
is that on any of the bingo cards?
No. That's the thing. We made sure, originally we literally had any single thing that you could do in this game on the bingo card. Then we realized how hard it would be to get to level 16 and do the final mission. We also had the final mission in the game on the goals list. Then we realized, oh wait, that might take quite a long time because we found out later on, Echo tried it later on, all the missions, and what was it, 9 hours to complete all of them?
Yeah, so
no.
We had to limit it so it would fit in this time frame. Level 12 is about the max I could reach in the time frame.
Well, it's probably for the best.
Okay, Pooh Bear, did we reach it? Oh, we got it!
Alright.
And I will
So
that's the final goal.
Yeah, and that's time. Let me get on the coaster. Let me get on the coaster. I want to get on the coaster. Where's the entrance?
Well, any shout outs you'd like to do? Maybe Echo while Steve is trying to get on the coaster.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we did it. That was awesome. I'd say a pretty good time, and we'll have just enough time for this sing along.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you maybe have like a minute left if you want to change the song, but other than that, we're doing Make a Man Out of You.
This is Disneyland Adventures. If you ever want to play it, like I said, it's on PC Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. It's like $5 any other place at all times. Like, it's not that expensive to get. We do have a Discord for this if you're interested in either doing the bingo. We're the only bingo runners of this game. I decided to do it one day, and Echo's like, yeah, sure, I'll join. So when she joined, that helped out a little bit. And then after that, we have the Peter Pan %, as well as as well as the all autographs, which is the main category of this. So if you're interested, we have a bunch of people that can help you out with the run. You can contact any of us, and we'll help you out.
Even if you just want to play casually, you can join our Discord if you need any help, and we'll be sure to help you as much as we can.
Yeah, if you're also interested in watching this run again, actually tonight at 10 p.m. we are going to be on GDQ Hotfix doing the same exact thing.
Double the Disney, double the dogs.
Perfect.
Alright, so unless it's changed at all, is it just me going to be doing Make a Man Out of You?
It looks like, yes, it will be I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan.
Alright, 1 second. So I'm gonna need everybody in chat to do the Be a Man portion of this, because I will not be saying that. But you'll know when to do it if you know the song. Alright. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within. Once you find your center, you are sure to win. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you haven't got a clue. Somehow I'll make a man out of you. I'm never gonna catch my breath, said by those who knew me. Boy, was I a fool in school for cutting gym. This guy's got him scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim. Be a man, we must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Time is racing toward us till the Huns arrive. Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're not suited for the rage of war, so pack up, go home, you're through. How could I make a man out of you? We must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. We must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. And that's it.
Woo!
That was amazing. All right. Then, since you did all your shout-outs, I think that is the end of our Disneyland adventures. Good job, both of you.
Thank you.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, please join me again in that round of applause for Steve, that sing-along. I was very impressed. And then also for that amazing Disneyland Adventures co-op run. It was adorable, it was fun. We got a bunch of Disney lore, we got some random game lore about the ghost child. It was just all around fun. So we do have, coming up next is going to be Extreme G3 in a little bit. But for now, just wanted to remind you, this is No Glitches Allowed 10, and we are raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. So even if you have just $1 or $2, you can type that exclamation mark donate in chat. And then you can also, that money will go to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And you can also put your money towards some awesome incentives like we can upgrade Bram Stoker's Dracula later today to hard difficulty. Or we can add a bonus banishment ritual level to Forewarned, or even have an 80% glitch exhibition for Entropy Center. So there's all kinds of things, and when you do your donation, don't click just donate. What you'll do is you'll click the donate and then go to a target. You select your target, go to poll, select your poll, and then you can put in your donation. And of course, these donations are also going to be read. So, if you want to say good luck to coming runners, or you want to say that last run was amazing, I think that last run was amazing. All those kinds of things, as long as, we keep it polite and happy and, raising money for those good puppers. It's been a little while since I mentioned the story of Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, so I just want to say, in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanis lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no signs of slowing down. And all of those donations you are making through our Tiltify link for all of the days of this event, this being day 3, but we're going through Sunday. All those donations go towards Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, helping make sure that those puppers, get their forever home and also get good care while waiting for their forever home. So if you have even just $1 or $2, you can type exclamation mark donate in chat and send it their way.